Hello, this is Wolf Outdoor Review here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the USGI OCP Level 6. This is considered the rain suit of the current military. And this is a little bit different than a lot of the other types where they're, like the Gore-Tex or whatever my previous videos are. This is considered the official rain jacket, or more specifically rain than, say, a Gore-Tex jacket that kind of covers a lot of different things. So yeah, there's two different versions. If anyone has any information on this, I'd love to hear your opinion. But there's one that is like a Gore-Tex that's like a corduroy material. It's kind of like a ripstop. But yeah, it's just your standard Gore-Tex material. It's like shiny silver on the back, and it's like carpet-like, whereas this one is kind of like this tarp. It's made out of polyurethane or something. So yeah, there's two different types of the same kind. I don't know, one's might be newer, one's older, whatever, but yeah. So this is the tarp material. You could see everything's seam sealed. This is like the tarp. Both of them are made about the same material, except this is this interesting like ripstop material, and all these are really well sealed versus the other ones, which were like, I don't even know, plastic tape. They barely sealed down. This seems like a waterproof caulk or something, where you can't really get your fingernail underneath this. It's pretty well sealed down, and overall it's pretty waterproof. The only annoying part's the zipper's not like the waterproof type, but you do have a flap here. So I'm going to do a quick zoom in like I am now, just to give you kind of like a look on a lot of the features. Like, you have an Ideal USA zipper, which is weird because I don't think it's YKK. It's Ideal, must be the brand. So maybe they're tired of that, but it's your standard. I don't think you pull sideways very easily unless you pull up. Kind of got that safety lock there. But yeah, this isn't the Tenor Industries. But you could see here a little bit of cleanup could happen, but I'm not certain if this is oil-based threads, because like if it's cotton-based, it'll just burn like a fuse. If you do want to like remove them, you can light oil-based ones, and they'll cinch down to a puddle of molten plastic, and you can kind of push it in, and since it's black, little black dots, it kind of matches the black splotches in the OCP. So it's just added camo, and it cleans up all these forays and stuff in a lot of cases, although I haven't tested that yet. But yeah, here's just kind of a look. This is considered the inside pocket, which we'll go over in a few seconds. I'm just giving you like an idea. But yeah, you've got like a storm flap that covers the zipper when you're not using it. This is essentially the same cut as the soft shell jacket, which I did a review on recently. Same kind of chest pockets. So yeah, and this kind of gives you a really good look at the material. It's like this weird cellulose stuff. It's got like snake scales on it. And then on the front, yeah, you could kind of see the leftover sealant. So I think it's sealed pretty well. And this is just a wrinkle there. That's not a crack. But yeah, it's got this weird like gecko skin material, as you could see that was weird like strawberry seed hole things there. So it's got a weird material on it. So yeah, but overall this is a very thin material. You could probably see through no, I guess you can't. So this is very thin. This jacket in its entirety only probably weighs maybe a pound. I'd say maybe half a pound, maybe. So it's one of the lighter options on the market for waterproof jackets. And yeah, it's got this ripstop type material. So it's kind of like fabric-y, but mainly water repellent. So kind of DWR slash polyurethane coating. You can see that. But yeah, so that's enough of the zoom ins. But so that's the jacket we'll be reviewing. And then it's got your standard barrel locks, so you can adjust. And we'll go over all this in a minute, and you know, whatever. So starting off, here's a little hack you can do. For me, this had an inconvenient label. It's like if you're wearing this, your front right crotch area is going to have a long tag in the way. So I take a hairpin, a very long version of a hairpin, and roll this up and then pin it in place like so when I'm not using it, and that kind of prevents it from unrolling unless you force it. But that way I can keep the tag on for laundering instructions and still be able to read it if I need to. Or then it's out of the way. So here is the particular jacket this is. So I'll give you a second to read that. This will also be every single word in this will be in the description, which it might be kind of weird because it's in a block. It's just be in a paragraph, but this will all be in the description. But keep in mind the NSN number here and the class 3 OCP. I don't know what that means. If anyone can tell me what class 3 means, that would be great. And then this is produced by a weird contract. This isn't someone I've ever heard of. I've heard of Valley Apparel, but never COACHYS and Associates, so maybe they're private producers that produce under Valley Apparel, something like that. But this isn't like the most well-known, which is considered Tenor Industries. But yeah, this is NSN number here. That's specific for small regular OCP, probably class 3. But yeah, and then these also come in ACU. In this both patterns, you can get this really nice gecko whatever material. Let's see if it says it on here. 100% nylon, I guess, whatever that means. Just seems like multiple different materials. But yeah, there's kind of weird, very thin material. But then the other one's your standard tape. So like if you went to look at my other video I did earlier about the blueberry navy working parka, it's kind of that material on the inside. But yeah, so there is your tag again. I don't want to, so you can read that in the comments. But all right, so starting off with okay, zoom out. Okay, here is your jacket. You've got a bunch of fun things on it. You can adjust the cinch around your waist with barrel locks, as like so. Here we've got the this is considered a pass-through jacket. There are no pockets on this jacket because you would theoretically be wearing a level 5 or your some uniform of some sort underneath this. For me, I'll probably wear a level 5, underneath this, because that'll match up pocket-wise. And, or if you're not doing that, you could wear, like, your Polartec jacket or whatever, your wand. I'm not sure about the actual issuings of, like, military requirements to wear this. I know they tend to march in weird weather, where it's like you could put this on, but they don't want to because you can't put your name tape or some whatever. because yeah, I do know that you are kind of limited with what you can put on this, since it would ruin the waterproofing. The only thing you have at option is your name tape, which is kind of weird because this is the current issue jacket they use right now in OCP, but yet we're still using the name tape collar like the Navy. It's like, I don't know if you'd be issued one specific rank thing for just this, because this I think is the only part of your uniform that you would have this weird designed rank tab. But just for your information while I'm thinking of it, the rank tab right here is 1 inch, so you can attach whatever you want to here. So there, we'll just brighten it. 1 inch by usable space about 1 1/8 before you hit Velcro, or 2 fingers. So you could fit a ski pass, you know, some sort of like compass lanyard or whatever here, or maybe you could modify your like McDonald's name tag or some like name tag to like use the magnet versions through here. I don't know, but that is the rank thing, and this is considered centered. This is the outside flap part. The other one I showed you earlier was the inside. It makes a flap design, which I'll show you later, but this is considered about breast height and centered on your body, so it's kind of like the Woodland Gore-Tex parka, which there's a video out there on my channel about that. But yeah, so there's that. Yeah, so that is the really one outside identifying factor. You might be able to get away with like slacking a name tape or something on here with like glue, but you wouldn't want to sew anything into the fabric, and even glue I wouldn't use. So I guess you would be kind of limited on what your name tape and your U.S. Army and unit patch and all that, because all you can really put on here is your rank. Maybe if you had like your body armor on over this or underneath it. This is kind of sized up though, so you never really know. So, but yeah, this is small regular, and I can still fit the level 7 park underneath this. So I would do your true size, if not a size down, if you want it more like a real jacket. So I could have gotten extra small if I wanted, probably. But yeah. Here's essentially how the zippers work. This is like your zipper wind can go that way, and then the flaps are like that, and then you can pass through to whatever your pockets are you have underneath. So, yes. The zippers are mediocre, but I guess kind of nice. I don't know. I mean, I will admit anything's better than the cheap garbage that the Army's put out in the past for rain gear. I'll do a review of, in a future video, of all like 3 different examples of the attempts at approaching the rain gear in the military. So that'll be something I'll do, because I'm going to try to get away from review videos and go more towards, like, hacks and history and kind of like the method behind my opinion what's going on, because this is considered a pretty good rain jacket by all standards. It could be comparable to maybe a North Face or Patagonia or whatever, or a Outdoor Research or a Arc'teryx jacket. I would put them in reasonably the same category. I mean, those at least you have pockets, and some of them have fancy wetsuit silicone material, like hand things where they go over your fingers and have that thumb loop. So there's fancy ones out there, but this is simple, never hurt anyone. So that's what this is, and this rollable collars I'll show you later never hurt. And yeah. It's weird it doesn't have a armpit zipper, but which a lot of the past ones did. And like if you went level 5, your Gore-Tex jacket, even your blueberry jacket, Navy working uniform, they're all have armpit zippers. These don't. And maybe the other class 1 or 2 of this might have it. I don't know. I would assume this is current rendition. This seems like a better material than that Gore-Tex material, because this seems like it's designed for heavy downpours. If you have any experience with these jackets, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear people's thoughts or opinions on these. But here, while we're here, I might as well do a zoom in of the seams. And you could probably hit these with some sort of, what is it? Some sort of glue or whatever that caulk is called. But yeah, there's a lot of military stuff has the double stitching, so you would have a double row. But this is only one, so you could theoretically, you might want to fill the hole with seam sealer, maybe not. But yeah, I think it's pretty well. You're definitely better off than a lot of things, people. And as you can see, here's what you're working with. You've got that seal. There's where the stitching is. So this, I'll say this is maybe a tiny bit off, since the stitching is there, and it seems like the majority of the patch. Oh, that's just a line. But yeah, the stitching seems to be sealed everywhere. So they did a reasonably good job of making sure these are at least somewhat waterproof. Oh, and I forgot to mention, yeah, there's nothing on the back of this tag. Alright, so, moving on. Now that we've gone over, like, the materials and all that, yeah, you've got your barrel locks on here. These have no branding on them that I can see. So these aren't your standard, like, Nexus or, I don't even know, Fastix buckles. These are some cheap off-brand, but I think if you wanted real, you'd have to go with Tenor Industries, but even then I wouldn't. I'd buy the cheaper one of this. I paid $680-ish for this jacket. I saw this somewhere, I forget where, but it was a good deal. I was like, that's pretty good price for OCP. And I was like, I know I mainly run woodland, but is it really worth going for those stupid improved rain suit jackets where they're like really thick? I have one and I'll do a review of it later, but yeah, they have cheap like wax seam seals and they're just badly designed, so I'll suffer the multicam-ness for a little while, at least while I stay warm. So you know, it would be cringy to see this on top of your woodland pants, but if it's raining, it doesn't really matter, and you could always throw on multicam tops and bottoms, and then you'll look the same anyway. So, I'm going over there, and then, I'm not sure if this is considered normal or not. As you can see there, it's kind of fading. This seems like it's brand new with the tag, but I don't know if that's just a fabric dye problem, or what. Do some lighting adjustments so you can see what I mean. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'm not too sure about. Anyway, moving on. You do have reinforced elbows. This is 2 materials. As you can see, I'm rubbing my hands together, and that's 2 materials I'm rubbing. My hands, this is, 2 separate materials. So, and then this itself is a weird material, because it's this, like, I don't even know. This is like the only example of this weird material on the jacket. So, this might be your standard uniform, or your Gore-Tex material, or soft shell, whatever. And then on top of that, I'm assuming that it's, underneath this, it's probably the waterproofing, which, yeah, it is. So, there's that. Alright. I'm sorry about my voice if it sounds weird. It's just, yeah. It's spring, and the pollen's definitely getting me. Or something is, so. But anyway, we'll move on here to the cuffs while we're here. And you have a lot of adjustment. These are interesting, because a lot of the times you have this down here. and then they rely on you to fold this part over. But this is one of those, and this has some right here. Yep. Right here you have some adjustability, so you can really cinch it down on your arm. And I'd like to do his middle finger here, pull in one direction, but keeping pressure in there. So yeah, this will really adjust down to a lot of different wrist sizes, but not as much as you would think with a lot of things. But my wrists are considered pretty small. I can do this. So it's about, we'll just go very rough measurement. So there's that. We'll just add maybe that much. We'll just say about 10 inches of length is a rough estimate of the laying flat, or about 2.5 inches in diameter. So that's approximately what I would assume this jacket is, or this wrists are. Alright, moving on. We've got the hood here. This is considered rollable, and you've got this weird material here. This is one of the only areas featuring a mesh part. So I don't know why you would do this. I have no clue. I guess maybe for breathability. I don't know. But this is only one area that it attaches, unlike level 7 and stuff where it attaches here. So these two areas. So you only have one piece of Velcro holding the hood together. So theoretically you don't have to stop. You just reach your hand behind your back like you're itching your back, and you can rip that and then kind of roll it out. And then the hood has some adjustments. You can wear, this has like a, I've worn this underneath a helmet before, so, yeah. This is kind of a duckbill hood. It's like you would think it would be a straight cut up to there, so this kind of has a, one of those ideal, awning hoods, so, yeah. And same material as the park jacket itself, and most of the Velcro is really, they really did a number on the waterproofing, but you'd have to be careful wearing a helmet with this. If you have night vision or any stabby devices, you could put a hole right through this, so I would have liked to see them add a liner here, because your head's going to get colder than the rest of your body. And we may have some failures here already. I don't think so, but, you know, there's always the chance. And I would assume if you're drying this out, you'd want to unroll the hood while you're drying it so you don't get mold, or, because, like, if you put a tent away wet, all the seams go bad, even if they were professionally put on. So there's always that to worry about. But yeah, this is like a triple layer collar too. So yeah, once it's all said and done, you've got like 10 layers around the collar. Rolling up the hood itself, you've rolled it up, so you've got about 10 layers combined, flattened, and then 11, 12, there's about 3 within the collar, and then this mesh material in the outer cover. So yeah, you've got about 10 layers on your collar, which I would assume if you're doing work, if you have the hood up or down, you know, that the back of your neck, when it's stowed, is going to be your worst area, and then when it's unstowed, I would assume like the front flap of the bill. It's like if you're leaning down to look at your compass, all the water's going to come off and drip down here. So I would assume your worst areas are going to be hood down. It'll collect in the hood, so you'd want to make sure you either roll it or use it. And then when it's stowed away, yeah, the back of your neck, that's where it's the rolled up material is. It's like looking down, it'll hit your back of your neck like a sunburn. So those are the 2 areas I'd be concerned about. Moving on. And I'll do test fit at the end of the video and show you what it looks like on. But here's the adjustability. You have a wide range of adjustment. You have exactly 6 1/4 inches worth of adjustment, theoretically. And then with the adjuster, you have, looking at about 1.5 inches worth of sticky side to adjust with. So you could put all places, and then, yes, worst case, you could completely overlap that. And I'm sure there's a fancier way to fold it, but that would be like, I want the hood right above my forehead so that I don't, because if you aren't wearing this, you could fit an ACH under here, and I tested that when I bought it just to see what you could put under it. So if you're skiing and you have your ski helmet or rock climbing helmet or bike helmet or whatever, this will accommodate huge helmets or hoods or hats or, ushankas or whatever. So it'll fit most headwear within reason, like bump helmet for sure, normal helmet, whatever headgear within reason, not Viking horns or anything, but, most helmets it'll accommodate. And that allows you to go from helmet now, then you put it on your head and pull the bill where you'd like it to sit. I want it here. Then you could Velcro it to there. So lots of adjustment, and you have two-way adjustment, which the level 5s have a paracord draw in the back, which this doesn't have. Because, the level 5, they have a circumference. You'd have a barrel, this elastic band that goes around and pulls this, like adjusting the tightness on a hat. It sits right at that head level. This does not have that. Your only real adjustment is here, so you can cinch the opening littler and littler around your face. And that's a little bit, you have a little bit difference between that and the hood, or the bill. I think this is naturally where it lies, so looks like you're looking at about 1 3/4 inches off of the naturally resting elasticity that you have of the hood. So, and then in total up here is where it starts that's the whole range of movement for this elastic. So that's total is 2.5 inches at its widest. So yeah, okay, we went over the hood, and then you can roll it up. What I recommend doing, which I've looked online because I wanted to buy one of these, all I saw was a YouTube video going over the what it was. It's a jacket, it's OCP, it's supposedly rain gear, nothing else. And someone asked how you roll these hoods. So what I recommend doing is my fingers go here, where on the elastic piece, and I fold it, pinch over, pull very tight, kind of tight on opposite directions, and then when I roll, I let go like here, and then I can go like this, grab, and roll. Then grab your keep going till you hit your innard part, then you tuck your barrel locks, maintaining pressure in the middle. There. And then there, you put Velcro. And I like to let it slack up and then slap it like a belt. And then kind of move this stuff around. And that's a really nice roll hood. Because I know a lot of people think you fold it in half and then again. And you could do it that. I don't know. I think rolling it helps, but it could be like the sleep system where you have to fold it randomly if you want the best benefit. So with the sleep system, you never roll them. And I have a review of the sleep system, I might have mentioned that. But yeah, you never roll a military sleep system. You stuff it in randomly so that the filling doesn't create wear patterns on the roll and edges and stuff. Because, yeah, you're always moving the fluffing around in those. But anyway, that as I digress, yeah, that's the hood. And like I said, you've got about 10 layers there. It's very thick, and I think you have to have a reasonably medium-sized neck. Here, don't have anything to measure that with, except the charger, I guess. Yep. So here's like, yeah, my neck circumference, tip to tip. Or, yeah, so looking at that, you're pretty good at about up to like maybe 15, 30 and 3/4 laid out. So if you have that, if you do like this, like around your neck, not like hanging yourself or anything, but like, and then grabbed there, you kind of get your neck measurement. And then for me, like I said, 15 3/4 is, this fits pretty snugly. So if you have a very chunky neck, you might not work with this. I don't know. It may be, you could maybe re-roll this, but I did notice that, yeah, a lot of military clothing, your neck has to be a certain diameter, or otherwise you're like, it's like a dress shirt where you try to button the top button and it's too little. It's like chokes you the whole time. So, and or if you have an Adam's apple that's pretty predominantly there, it could put pressure on that and give you just like this choking feeling or whatever. So there's that. And all right, sorry for the tangent again, but moving on. Okay, I'll go over the zippers measurements real quick. Right. Okay. There. Okay, so with this, we are looking at around usable space. We'll go from there to about here. We're looking at about 10.5. So, sorry. Yeah, so I'm looking at about 10.5 inches of usable space. So you could fit a lot of range of things, and we'll assume it's the same on the other side just for convenience. And if it's off by a few millimeters, whatever. And like I said, take everything I say, clothing videos with a grain of salt, because that is the specific size. Obviously, if you go extra large, it's going to be different. And then you've got this 26 5/8 total zipper size. So that is the total zipper length, from usable zipper length from top to bottom. So I'll try to figure out if it didn't say in the tag. Yeah, I'll try to post what the size small regular entails with the sizing. Because I would say, just for safety, it fits about size medium regular, because it is sized up, and you could fit a body armor under this easily. As I think this is designed to go over all your kit, because why would you let your body armor get wet and you don't? You know, and this does have a double zipper, I forgot to mention. So you could wear this like a Dracula cape, like the top is zipped up to your neck, and then you unzip it to go to the bathroom or to access mag pouches on your plate carrier or whatever, or pockets or whatever. So this is I think this is the only zipper part on the jacket that's a double zipper, and the up zipper has a for this particular manufacturer has a fabric thing, and then these do too. So the pocket open and then the main zipper up has tabs, so you can wear it when it's freezing or gloves or whatever. So there's that. Alright, so we went over the zipper size, the hood. I guess we'll go over them. So once you zip it up, which I'll show you in a minute, but you have these little strips of Velcro, which help keep rain from bouncing around. So each one of these is approximately 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches. So 3 inches-ish, approximate each. And we'll just assume that everything's the same. And they're about 3 1/4 inch spaces. Spaced out to 3 1/4 inch. And so, here's what this looks like when you zip it up. Okay, so this would be considered a bad idea. You know, this is a bad idea. Water can seep through the zipper. So what you're doing, for those of you who don't know how shingling works, is you add a layer here to protect the zipper from water that's going that way. And if you do get it, this would be considered a singular zipper. And then sometimes they have like Velcro here. Standard kids jackets normally just have Velcro here attached. There isn't a storm flap. This area right here would be considered the rest, one-way flap. This is like a tunnel zipper, or a tunnel channel, I think is what it's called, where it's 2 different directions. And you might get water seeping in a little bit, but for the most part, water will run down this design. And you won't really need a waterproof zipper, since you have a panel covering it. So that's kind of how the zipper works, and you might be able to route cables and stuff up here as well, but as you can see, it makes a tunnel. And then you have a secondary tunnel here. So it's essentially like a roof shingle, except the roof shingle would probably go a little bit more over, because then water would net. It's like uses gravity and physics and stuff. But yeah. And then as you can see here, yeah, that's what I mean by annoying. So that's like right at your where you go to reach in your pocket, and it kind of rubs against your groin region and right in that fold where your like leg meets your stomach. So it's kind of itchy and stuff. So yeah, what I like to do here is roll this like this as tight as you can, maintaining pressure until you're as snug as you kind of can get. Then I bring back the this is just a thing I found on the ground. I was like, that's cool. I could make this into like a paracord puller, because oh god, I lost the stretchy thing. So you could then like put a piece of rope through here like this, and then use this as a knot threader or whatever. So that's kind of why I picked it up. But then I found out it's more useful as a retention clamp, like a paper clip. So then what I do is go to the top of the thing and then do it there. And you could theoretically put 2 of them in and then use a piece of twine and kind of tie it, clove hitch or knot right here. And then it would, both of them, it would be, you'd have to cut the knot or fishing line to access the tape, because this could slide off if you're like running and catch either this on your pants or whatever. Although I'm sure there's a better way. You could maybe like put a hole through all of them and then fishing line or something, but this just seems to be the best way I found that works. But yeah, so we've went over that. So that's kind of like the tunnel design, and you're looking at about 2 inches of tunnel there. So you have a 2-inch wide tunnel for your zipper, and then the zipper threads itself goes for about, count 4, 1/4 inch zippers, and then you've got the about half inch, 3/8, 1 3/8 inch zipper. So you have all this stuff here. Yeah. So, as you can see, there's barrel locks on each thing. So that was your other adjustment. So you get two adjustments on this. Throw a few, obviously, but you've got your wrist adjustments. You've got like your bottom of your shirt, like kind of where your pockets are in your pants, adjustments on the side. You can adjust around the head and then pulling it back over a helmet. And so yeah, now I'm going to adjust the camera and I will show you what this looks like on. Alright, I'm back. And as you can see, this is kind of how this fits. Yeah, you've got your access to your two pockets here. You can, yes. Access your pockets here, and then go under to your level 5 or whatever. You can kind of reach down if you wanted to wear a hoodie under this, you could, whatever you want. So, and you can reasonably adjust it. You will have to get your hands in there and make sure you're not caught on the flap, but they're really nice zippers, I think. And then, yeah, you can adjust the wrists on both sides. You have reinforced arm parts, elbows and lower arms, or crawling or whatever. You can access your hood without taking the jacket off. As you can see, it's kind of ridiculous if you're not wearing a helmet, as it is. And you could wear like a patrol cap, and it might fit better. But, yeah, you can then adjust, hold this out, and adjust how far you want it back. Looks like that works for me. Like that. And then you can adjust this, pretending that you're cinching it. And then you've got like your cinching. And you can wear a boonie hat or whatever you want. But there's that. And then you could either stow the hood, or you could, if you're busy, you can stuff it down there if you need to. And then I have, let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see me. Alright, and then here's my helmet. Just standard. This is an ACH with the woodland top on it. There's a video on my channel about this if you want to learn more about this helmet and its stuff. Anyway, here's the helmet. And as you can see, it fits over a helmet or whatever you have. And this is a pretty big helmet. And even here, you kind of got, it goes even over the helmet, so water will still rain down here. And you can wear your goggles or whatever else. And you can still also adjust the cinching. As you can see. And then once you're done with something like this, you can quickly take the helmet off, or the cinching off. Just pull it down on the barrel locks. But yeah, so I'll put this back on and adjust down to there, and then I'll turn around and show you the back. Down. Side profiling. And here's a look at the pocket here. You've got like your flap here. And then, like I said, you'll adjust to make sure you don't catch the flap. But yeah, you got your rank thing, like I said about chest height for your rank. You can't really put a name tape anywhere, unless you maybe put something here, but even then. And then, yeah, it's kind of baggy on my arms, and it's about 870-ish where I'm filming, and this isn't too hot. So the big problem with like the ones that have like really thick is you can't wear them in the summer, and sometimes you have cold rain in the summer and temperature changes quickly. Where I could probably wear this in at worst 85 degrees in rain, humidity, and it'd still be fine, I think personally. And then here's a look at the front view of the what I recommend. So you pull, push, maintain pressure, and rotate. And then this kind of like folds the whole seam over, as you can see. So, and then you could theoretically use like paracord or something if you needed to make it smaller, but you shouldn't need that. And yeah, and then you can adjust this a little bit if you wanted to go for more like a combat look with the shoulder board thing. I wouldn't recommend putting rank tabs anywhere here, like the older BDU style rank things. So if you wanted to wear it like this or full out position. There's those different ways, and as you can see, this is most supposed to fit me if there was a small regular, but like that. But I've got this much extra room, so it's probably double the size it should be. And then wrists are pretty big too, so you can accommodate level 7 and body armor, and still have plenty of room. So if you do get your true military size, it has been sized up, at least in this case. And that's like a view of the interior. See? Yeah, that is the level 6 OCP class 2, and I'll probably end up just doing the what the tag says on the YouTube video, but yes, this is considered part of the ECWCS system. And yeah, so hopefully you could see all that on the camera. My screen is facing not the opposite way of this, so I couldn't see what was going on. But yeah, so that is the review of the level 6 OCP class 3. The tag will be in the description. I'll have every single word in there, which I end up writing down verbatim what it says and put it in the description so you can search for that specific size. You're kind of out of luck if you want a large, long, or whatever. You'd have to look up that on your own, but if you're a small regular, yeah, that should be the right NSN number, but even then it might only go to that contractor. So, because everything's considered like where you can find that specific item, so it may be different for Tenor Industries or whatever other contract you decide to use. But anyway, that has been a little bit of an in-depth review of the level 6 jacket. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, you can leave them or email me at wolfoutdoorreview@gmail.com. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll try to get back with you within a day. And then sharing and liking and leaving a comment always helps, because it shows that you enjoy the videos, and yeah, do what you want. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the videos and learn something out of them. But yeah, that is considered the level 6 OCP. If you have any comments, like I said, let me know. And if I didn't go over something you wanted to know, like what size barrel lock are they, all I can tell you. So I try to go over everything, but I can't, obviously. I don't know what everyone wants to know. So yeah, that is the jacket.
Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.